Hello YouTube viewers, welcome back. This is me Hassan Salim. Today we're gonna create a mall shooting game. In the other tutorials, the mall shooting game consisting of more than 5 parts, and it take more than 2 hours to make such kind of game. But we're gonna create this game within a single part and within a very easy method. That's very useful, or that's very creative method for the beginners. And I have just created that game in a very easily manner, so let me show you what we're gonna create today. Here's our game. Here's a mall that's moving in a random location, and there's my pointer wheel through which we need to shoot. Whenever I shoot on them, here you can see the scoreboard. Total shot is equal to 1 missing shot. I didn't shoot on him. I didn't shoot on mall correctly. Whenever I shoot on that mall, right over there, total shot is equal to 3 and score is equal to 1. I have just shot that mall for once. This game will be terminated or end when the missing shot is equal to 10. So let me show you. I'm just making some missing shots. Whenever it gone to 10, here you can see the message game over. Whenever you click on restart button, the game restarted and the scoreboard also cleared. So now and in my own created game I can only shoot 22, or my score is 12. Alright, whenever I restart this game it will be restarted, and whenever I press on exit it will be exit. It will be quit. Now we're gonna create this game, so let's get started, boys. File, new project. I'm gonna make new project, and we're gonna make this game step by step in a very easy method without using any kind of graphics. Alright, I just Visual Studio, Visual Studio 2013, and tutorial of mall shooting game. Alright, okay. First of all, what I'm gonna do, I just gonna select the background image for that. So just I'm using those properties and tools that we have already covered in the previous lectures. So let me properties. In the properties, right over the background image is yep, right over there, a background image. I'm gonna select. I have already downloaded the PNG format background. You can download it from Google. Here is my background image that I've selected. Okay, now you can see that after that the image is repeating, so I just set it to that. Alright, now here's the size 600 by 480. I can make it a round figure to 600. Alright, now I just let it the same and just copy that dimensions, and just you need to minimize size. I'm just setting the value of minimizing size and maximize size. I just set over there, copy that here. By doing this, what you can do, you can resize so it's fixed and looking good. Now what I need to do, I just gonna drag but picture box. Where is the picture box? Yeah, picture box, come on. Yeah, right over there I just drag the picture box. I'm gonna select the image. I just select that. Alright, I just downloaded the mall cartoon character from Google PNG format. What is the purpose of PNG format? PNG format has the transparency background, so you need to download such kind of images which have the background transparency and in the PNG format. Alright, okay, now what are you gonna do? I just press on stretch image, then it will, I can resize it according to my requirements. I just set it to this. Alright, now you can see there is a background with the gray color, but I need to set it to transparency. So what I'm gonna do, I just go its properties. Here's the name of that is picture box 1, and here's the background color. I just go to custom or web and make it transparent. Alright, now the mall is transparent with transparency background. It's just only possible when you have downloaded such kind of images which have the transparency background. Alright, now what we're gonna do, we just need to place the labels. Label 1, I just drag over there. I type its name score. I'm gonna formatting it to make it beautiful or attractive. Come on, I set it to 20 or 22, and I just gonna select I think to, come on, which one is, alright, I just select that and set to 24. I think that's enough. You can select your own preferences, color or another. Here is the color of text. I just gonna select it to red. Okay, and the background color, here is the background color. I'm gonna select it, this one. No, I don't think so, it's looking pretty. Yep, I think this one is awesome. Now what you gonna do, just copy that, or by pressing Ctrl C and V you can copy and paste. I've just copy and paste these values. I just type their name in the format that I wanna view. I also need to place two buttons, one of the exit and one of the restart. I just go to their properties, button text, exit, and let me change the color. Let me change the color to fall color. I need that. I also set it to 22 bold, and what I'm gonna do, okay, I also make its color its font format agency FB that we have already selected for the previous labels. Okay, I can drag it. Now I need to set the background color. After completing these buttons, we have completed our design format, and then we will move to code section. Alright, here's the back color. Come on, custom. Alright, I just gonna copy and paste and reset its text to restart. Alright, I have completed my design. Score is equal to 0. I am just assigning it the correct values or the correct format. Miss shot, and here I need total shot. Now after that, if you start this program, there is none kind of functionality in this game. It's only the design. Let let's have a look how it's looking. It will take a little bit of time to start. Here is our game, and you can see there is nothing. I just stopped it, and let's go to code section for the working. To create the random moves of that mall, I need to place the timer. I just place the timer over there. Yep. Timer 1, I make it enable. I am setting its interval millisecond in 500. Okay, now what I need to do, that's the name is Picturebox1, and here let's go to code section. Now we're gonna start the coding of that game. Here's the time. Alright, I'm gonna create, first of all I just create the class object of random. I make it the name of the object random is equal to new random. I'm gonna create int x y for the x, to provide the x-axis and y-axis. I've created two variable x and y. Now r dot next. Here I need to pass the value or the range of the value through which the system or the software or the game or the program can select the random values. So I just want that it select the values through 200 to 300. We can change it as we want. R dot next. Here I'm passing the same value. After that, I Picturebox 1 dot location is equal to new points. That's the syntax to move or to provide the Picturebox new points. I'm providing it x and y. Now if I just start the program, let's see what happened. Here you can see the mall is moving, but in this certain area. Now what is the reason behind this? Okay. I have provided the x-axis 200 to 300. If I provide it to 0 to 300, if I check my dimension, there is a 600, almost 600 x-axis and 486 y-axis. So through this I can provide it 0 to 500 and 200 to 300. I think it's enough. Alright, now when I start this, now here you can see it's moving on the randomly location according to my requirements, but it's not crossing that line. You can also increase the value of y-axis by increasing the range. I just set to 330, and I think that's enough. If you have noticed, one of the things that there is a little bit image flickering. Yep, here you can see there is a little bit image flickering. To avoid that image flickering, you need to enable that double buffer on of the form. I just go into properties. Here is a double buffer. Yep, right over there, a double buffer. I need to make it true or enable. Now when I start this program, there will be no image flickering. Here you can see there is no image flickering. Okay, now what's the next thing? The next thing is that when I click on this mall, or I'm in the other words, when I will shoot this mall, the score must be incremented to 1, 2, 3 or 4 and further. For that, I gonna create some variables which I use globally in the whole program. Int score, int total shots, or integer missing shot or miss shots is equal to 0. Now what I gonna do, I just need to here, let me make over there a function. I'm gonna make a function void function f and function short. I just gonna write over there this code that I wanna execute on shooting the mall. So what I need, I want that score plus plus, which means that score should be incremented by 1. Why it's showing me the error? Or there's a spelling mistake. Alright, score. Okay, now what I just want that it also incremented and also show the result. So for that I just write over there label 1, because that the score was the label 1 name of, here you can see the name of this is label 1. So I just label 1 is equal label 1 dot text is equal to, here I need to provide the format in which it should be displayed on the screen. I write the, and I also need the incremented in total shots. Where is the total shot, the name of that label is label 3 and I need to set it to label. Now I just gonna do label 3 dot text is equal to total shots is equal to, I just gonna place label total shots. Okay, before that I have to increment in total shot also. Now if I start this program, let's see what happens. Whenever I click on the mall, I have to execute that function. I just place the code, I didn't execute this function anywhere, so I have to execute this function on the button click here. I just go into the section of the picture box and I just gonna execute that function that I have. Okay, created. Now whenever I click on the mall, let me decrease the speed of that mall so I can make the game more easier. After completing the game I can set the speed of that. Okay, now you can see the timer speed decreased. Here you can see I am getting my required input or outputs. Now I need to set the miss shots. Alright, if I wanna make the miss shot, what I actually want that whenever the user or the player click on anywhere in the form instead of the mall, it should be considered as a miss shot. So I just go to form properties, it's now here events. I just click on mouse click and I just double click on that. Here is the section of mouse click. Before that I gonna create another function, void function miss shot. Okay, now what I need that if whenever the user click on the anywhere other, it should be in the miss shot should be incremented by 1, and the label 2, which is here's the label 2. Here's the label 2 which is named as label 2. I'm just using that label 2 dot text is equal to miss shots or missing shots is equal to plus miss shot. I will increment in the total shot also because it also considered as a shot. So label 3 dot text, I can copy that over there. Now I need to pass this function in the form 1 mouse click label function miss shot. I just execute this function. Now start the program. Whenever I click on anywhere in the form, here you can see the incremented in the missing shot, and whenever I click on the mall, here you can see it's considering as the shots. Alright, I just terminated the program. Now what I'm gonna do, now I want the short sound. Whenever I click on the whenever I shot, there should be a shot that should be a music. I also create I just gonna create another function of short voice. Yeah, short voice. The syntax of that is system dot media the sound player. I just create the object of that sound player is equal to new media sound player. Here I need to provide the path. To provide the path, I just write that and that. Now here I provide the path. Let me show you where is the file in my computer. Here is the file in the C test. Whenever I click on here, you can see the voice. That's the voice of short. Now I just gonna, here you can see the properties, details. Here that's the path C test. I can copy from there or write it there manually. Now I just take backslash and the name of that file with its format short.bat. You can also download these voices from Google. Alright, here's a short voice, and what I need to do, I need to make the now I player dot play. This line will play the sound. Now I'm gonna pass the short voice where I want. Okay, whenever I use a click on the short, I need that I just executing that function within a function in a function short, and miss short also in the miss short. And now when I start the program, here you can see the voice of shorting, either clicking on mall or either clicking on anywhere else. Now I have created a separate function of the voice short. You can also copy just this code in there or there instead of creating another function, but it is more easier to use. Now if you accidentally close the form design, you can get it by pressing shift F7. Alright, now the next task is I'm gonna change the cursor here. Properties, where is the now here is the cursor. Here is the default cursor. I'm just gonna select size all, which look like an aim. Here's another cursor. I just move. If I can also select that, which looks like aiming point. Whenever I now start the program, here you can see now we have almost created our game, but we're gonna add more functionality. I just want that whenever their missing shoot is equal to 10 or greater than 10, the game should be over. Okay, for that what I need to do, I just double click on that. I just want to stop the timer, and here I create another function void reset function, which will reset the values of all the labels and variables. I just gonna do score variable should be equal to 0, miss shot is equal to 0, total shots is equal to 0, and also I can select this control C and control V, control C, control C and control V, control C and control V. Okay, reset function will be executed in whenever we click on exit button, restart button. So I just go to restart scoring. Here's the restart. Now what I need to do, I just execute the function reset over there. We are creating this game in the more easier manner. Here you can see there is a short, and whenever I click on reset, missing and total short is equal to 0, 0. Alright, and I also need that whenever I click on exit, game should be closed. I just click on this dot close. This dot close means the particular form running will be closed, and this is our Windows Form application. Here that's whenever I click on exit, we just close the program. I also over there what we need to do, we're just gonna do that whenever I start the program. Whenever the missing short is equal to 10 or greater than 10, the game should be stopped and there should be the message that game is over. For that I just go to code section on timer. What I'm gonna do, I just write the coding if total missing shoots greater than is equal to 10, what should be happen? uh, the timer 1 dot stop. The timer will be stopped. So and reset function, and whenever timer should be stopped, and the label 1 or the label 1 I can set anywhere. I can also drag the another label for that. Label 1 dot text is equal to game over. Alright, I also need that whenever I click on reset function, it restart the timer. For that I just click on reset function and I just write there timer 1 dot start. What happened to you? Now when I start this game, here you can see I am making a message short to 10. Here is the game over and the game is stopped, and here is the game over. Now what I need to do, whenever I click on restart button, it start moving again. And whenever I click on exit, the game will exit. Now I can do one more thing. If I just copy this label over there and set its text to none, and its name of the label is label 4, and what I gonna do, I just want that whenever the game stopped or the missing shot to 10, the label 4 dot text will be converted to game over, and whenever I click on reset, the game over text should be removed. So for that, what I gonna do, here reset function, and I write there label 4 dot text is equal to none. So now when I start the game, here you can see is a game over, and there I think whenever I click, there shouldn't be the incremented in score, and here you can see there is no incrementing in score, which is the main purpose. So we have already completed our game, and what now we need to do, we just need to remove this maximize, and that's enough, and our game will be completed. Okay, now I just find the maximize. Here's a maximize box. I set it to false, and whenever I start the program, I just I set to minimize box to false. Yeah, I minimize box, I had maximize box, I just set it to false. Now whenever I start the program, here you can see there is none of the minimize or maximize box, and our game working perfectly. Okay, one more thing, I have to change the name of that form. Here I write mall shooting game. Now I can increase the timer size, or sorry, decrease the timer size, so the mall can move very more swiftly. Here you can see it's moving. I think it's moving much more than our requirement. I just set it to 600. All right. Here you can see my score is 5 and missing shoots is 11. Whenever I click on restart, the game is restarted. Now here. Alright, hope you enjoyed this game. It's the game in which way I just create there. It's a very easier method that you have ever found in the YouTube. So you can also download the code of this game. In the link is in description, and don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned because we're gonna create more such like simpler projects. So stay tuned and stay blessed.